Attention, please. It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock.
Mercy, know it so well. Could've wrote this from a cold cell. Now I'm praying on the floor of my hotel. Riding on the devil, taking no L's. They said don't do it cause it won't sell. Now look, we ain't taking no L's. God say gold and it won't fail. Now look, we ain't taking no L's. What did you think? I run dry when my supply is the king. I run high, deny and sign with the beast. I wouldn't ride or die for what I believe. Please, you might could try me and see. What you think I'd lie for 500 G's? Nope. When I could get by until I...
I'm back, folks. Yep, wasn't gonna come back today. I was gonna wait till tomorrow, but woke up early this morning and sent a comment from Johnny. I guess y'all read it before the show and sparked a little fire under my ass. Hopped out of bed, came back here, got this live set up, and yeah, so we're Johnny. I don't know what in the hell's got in your damn blood, but yeah, you've gotten, for some reason you think you've gotten bigger than what the fuck you are, and we're gonna chop you right back down to reality tonight, buddy. So be ready, and it's not stopping. Don't think when this live ends tonight that's it. No way in fucking hell. But before we get going, let's see who all is off in chat. Yeah, well, there's a little picture of Johnny. I'll tell you what, he's so damn ugly right now. I'm gonna have to just change that back to mine. There we go. So we got Apple Creek off in here, and Better with the Irish. Two of some of my great mods. I want to say hi to them. We got the Big Shy Redneck. How you doing? Good to have you off in here. Blue Eyes. Miss Kathy, glad to have you off in here. It's been a while. Christopher Cunningham, glad to have you off in here and gave you a wrench tonight. I appreciate you helping out before the show. Claire, you can Turkey Cook, Mr. Dark Messiah, Gina G, and Jennifer. Miss Kathy Blanks, another one of our awesome mods. Good to have you. Justice Roberts. Kay, I'm here. Yella. Miss Michelle D, another awesome mod. And you know, I want to shout out to all my mods. If it wasn't for the mods, these shows wouldn't run smoothly. So that's the reason I'm saying who's who as we go down the line. Like I said, Kay, I'm here. Loyal to you. I didn't know if y'all may have jumped in as I was naming them off. So Nate 22, how are you? Ohio girl. Mr. Rich Newbuck. Rich, how are you, buddy? Tell you what, Rich, I'm gonna be dropping the link a little later, and if you want to come up, because this asshole's done some dirty things to you too. Along with so Rob L, how's it going? Miss Sonia, good to have you in here. Sunflower Dragon, another wonderful member. Teflon Don, how are you, buddy? Okay, looks like we've got the Kentucky KKK in here. Well, you know, we're talking about one of them. So Miss Tina, how are you? It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Mr. True Texan, buddy, I hope you are doing well. I hadn't talked to you in a week or so. So Mr. Wayne Odom, Ford for Life, Mustard Squirrel. Mustard, you've been given your boy over there, Hale. Country Bro, how's it going? Now, I know you may want in on a little bit of this as well when I drop that link, so definitely feel free. So, yeah, I mean, I appreciate everybody that's come in here. Rusty, how's it going? I just seen his name pop up on the list before I hit it. Mr. J. Potter. So yeah, now as most of y'all know, of course, I've got Seapert's going to join me a little later. So I just got off the phone with him shortly before starting, so he'll be popping in. And but yeah, I mean, first off, I want to say before I get going, I want to say thank you again to everybody that called, text, everything, just everybody that checked on me. I greatly appreciate it. My health, we knew eventually it was going to start getting worse, start having more issues, and that's just part of it. It's been up and down, and right now I'm feeling great. I've got a concert to look forward to next week. So if any of y'all are part of the 615 squad or in the 615 area or within 4 hours away, don't forget, I think there may be some tickets left. Look on there and see. If not, I'm sure there may be a way of getting hold of it. But Ryan's got his concert in Nashville at the Municipal Auditorium on the 9th. Y'all do not want to miss it. The first concert of the tour. It's going to be a hell of a show. I know I'm looking forward to it. So, but getting back to the reason I'm doing my live tonight. This comment that I seen this morning. Now, we all know what all's going on. We know that when Johnny gets upset, and in this case, when he feels that heat's starting to come on him, he lashes out. And he lashes out to cause harm to somebody to release his guilt that's coming on him. He just, that's his thing. He don't know any better. Now, Miss Gale's name can pop up in a chat or anywhere, and it sends him to another universe. He gets totally pissed, like how he used to when he would hear my name, or if I would pop in. Skylar is with child. They're expecting their first child, and so this dumbass, which he don't like Skylar either, and why I don't know, but two great ladies, but he makes this comment. I hear a miscarriage is on for 2024. Is that true? Now, Johnny, what possessed you to do that? I mean, you're basically, well, I know, but you are wishing death upon an unborn child. On top of that, why would you say that to a female carrying a child? It's, you've wished death upon me 8 times. Okay, I'm a grown adult. But you're wishing death here on an unborn child. Do you know how much worse that looks upon you than wishing death upon a grown man? I mean, that is like bottom of the barrel. That is your lowest move yet. I mean, I know you don't care about children. Hell, you've proved that with the way you've treated Cam. And we've all heard the incidents with how your wife has done her kids, and you've just told her to wait until they turn 18. So you've proven right there that you don't care anything about children. And then, like, anytime anything like this happens, you always want to come back. Oh, it's just a troll. It was just a troll. I didn't mean it. Or you'll come back and you'll just say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. And then 2 days later, be doing the exact same thing. I mean, it's bad enough you showed how racist you were earlier in the week. And yet, amazingly, every time you decide to go live or do a video, and even your moderators that are constantly holding your hand, that are still there for you to this day, that even some of them that have an interracial relationship are still backing you, even after you've said some of the things you have. And I'm not just necessarily talking about African Americans. No, you just talked about interracial marriages in general. And that doesn't mean black or white. I mean, let's talk about Native J. Now, he's backed you forever. Even when you changed your ways and wanted to come over, act like you was part of Creek Squad and all, and then went right back, he still backed you. And yet, he has an interracial marriage. And yet, why are they saying you have the right to say what you said? Do they feel that, well, it's not the same in their case because maybe their spouse isn't black? Is that what they're saying? And yet you said that you were half Mexican, half Indian. Have you not? Well, if that's true, wouldn't you have been brought up in an interracial marriage? Wouldn't your parents be interracial? So do you hate your parents? I mean, you've used the N-word so many times, and you think you have that right because, well, let's see here, you were in the pen with them and you could say it because you've got a niece or because you've got a friend that's black. That are something of the most racist things you could say. Oh, well, I've got a niece that's black, so therefore I can't be racist. Bullshit. Hell, I got a color TV. Does that mean I can't be racist? You dumb fuck. Your niece may not even like you. Your brother and sisters may not even like you. What they do or what they have has no bearing on you. And then you want to turn around and say you support the colored people. The colored people. You can't even say African American. There was no respect. You made a mockery of that in your life. And then, of all pictures to display, what was the one picture you put out of the little African American child? Hmm. And then you start catching heat, and what do? You go hide everything. Act like that's okay. Well, if they can't see it, it must not have happened. What do you think, that you have the only clip? Is that what it is? And now anybody that's wanting to play a little clip, oh, well, I'll strike them. I'll show them what kind of chicken shit I am. I'll strike them. Therefore, people can't see it. I don't care if it is a little 3, 4, 5 second clip. You go after Gotcha Man, get his channel. Well, let me tell you something. With the way the new rules are fixing to come into play, your channel is going to be gone. Go ahead and enjoy it because your channel is going to be gone. And if Melinda keeps doing what she's doing, her little channel is going to be gone. We know. And when both of y'all's channels are gone and you have to go to your backup little channel that you got, you notice it's not growing. And hopefully I'll still be here when all this takes place, just so I can go, ha, ha, fucking ha. You're a vile piece of shit. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it because over here we don't sugarcoat things. We don't go behind the curtain and have private little meetings like this. And I know some people may not like the drama and they want to, everything ought to be all laughing, shit and giggles. Well, that's not the way the world is. If you think that's all it is life is just shit and giggles, well, then you need to be slapped with the reality. If there's anybody over here in chat that thinks that Johnny is not a piece of shit, please let me know. Let me see you leave a comment stating you don't think he's a piece of shit. Because then I want you to explain to me why. Because another thing, when he comes up on panel with somebody, it doesn't matter whose story or what the story is. If you've ever noticed, it's always within 30 seconds of him coming back, something about him. It doesn't matter who or what it is. He doesn't know anything about empathy. Now, if something happens and Melinda thinks it's sad or so, he may act like it's sad because she's telling him it's sad. But he don't. He may see something where he can get a bunch of views and act like he cares. But he don't. I mean, this is a man that cares nothing about his son. Nothing about his family enough to get out there and actually work. He just looking at a way to where he can try to make a quick buck. Oh, I can do this and act like I'm hurt and maybe sue them or that's all he's ever done. 39 years old. He doesn't care about earning a living. It's just about robbing somebody. Now, Johnny, let me ask you this. When Melinda's girls get a little older, become pregnant, that, or not even a comment. Let's just say one of them has a miscarriage, and I hope, like Kale, that never happens. I hope, like Kale, they never have to go through that. Let's make that clear. But let's just, hypothetically, let's just say that happens. How do you think they're going to feel? Okay. Now, just think if that got stuff like that was thrown up like that, just because you were upset because people were coming after you about comments you had made where you were showing how racist you were. And so you wanted to get relief. So you wanted to come after somebody. Skylar didn't do anything to you. What did Skylar do to you at that time? And even then, I doubt very seriously there's anything you could possibly say that she done that would spark that. I tell you what, Johnny, if you'll come to chat, if you want to discuss this, as you see, it's just me up here right now. If you want to come into chat and discuss this, I'll drop the link for you. But I tell you what, just like many of the people on YouTube and everybody in this chat knows right now, you don't have the fucking balls. I mean, if you do, you'd have to have your wife open her mouth and figure out which set is yours. And you're not blocked. I'll go ahead and tell you that. You're not blocked. And then for your wife to get on a little later and make her little video clip that she did.
Well, it's all right for y'all to do it, but when we do it, everybody wants to get in an uproar.
Merle, when did any of our members ever wish a miscarriage? And that's basically what he done. It was worded in his so-called safe way. Oh, Skylar, you're right. He would just lie to our face. I mean, because I remember just a few weeks ago, after AD's live when we continued on, I just want everybody to leave me alone. If they'll leave me alone, I'll leave them alone. Which, like I told you, considering you started on everybody at first, when you started attacking Creek Squad and Ryan, it would take you shutting up, being quiet, and you would have to do it for a long period of time for people to realize, and that even then, some people just aren't going to stop. And that was for 3 hours worth. And then what was the last couple words you did as you were heading out? You went after Gail. See, a person with no morals and no integrity such as yourself, that's what they do. See, all them drugs that you done over that time period, what little brain that was up there, what few brain cells you had, and you just destroyed. You didn't think about that comment, what harms you were causing to other people. Maybe even people overside. Think about the women that had suffered a miscarriage. Not only the women, think about families that had to deal with a miscarriage. The people that have lost a son or daughter because of a miscarriage, what would have been or a brother or sister or a grandkid. It affects more than just the pregnant woman. So you don't think before you speak. And that's not just with this comment, but with all the racial comments that you have made over the past several days. And of all times to say it, Black History Month. Then if you have a lie that says,
I support Black History Month. I support the colored.
Really? And the way you done it? You think because, and you brought it up here about a week ago because you've got your 9,000 subs. Have you noticed your channel has been stale for what, a year? I don't know what's going on. YouTube's been connecting and disconnecting a few times tonight. So hopefully they'll get that all straightened. Let me get this set back up and we'll continue on. Okay, Johnny. So yeah, maybe you can start using this right here. Advertise your podcast. I mean, 'cause that's basically what you look like. And oh, look, Johnny, here. I'll tell you what. I even made this for you. There you go. It's even got your little jump man on there. Just for you. See, Johnny, I do care. I'm trying to help you out. What do y'all think, folks? You think he ought to start using that one? All right. Yeah, I'll remove that one. Figure old Seeper be in here by now. I think he forgot about us. But yeah, Johnny, now, why you went in on Gotcha Man's wife like you did, that really showed that you had no class. Yeah, that really showed that you had absolutely no class. I mean, that lady's been quiet. You say she's been behind the scenes stirring up trouble. I tell you what, I've never seen her cause any issues. I mean, if I'm missing something, then why don't you do like everybody else and why don't you show it? I don't think you can. what little I've seen of her, she's been nothing but gracious. She's been real sweet and nice to everybody. Matter of fact, she has clearly stated that there's things that go on YouTube that she's just not in agreement with. And it's not just you. I mean, it's several of us. You know, she's not into all the drama. But I tell you what, I'm going to drop the link and see if Rusty and Rich and some of them want to come up. Now, those darn things being a headache tonight. I don't know what the heck's going on. Probably my darn part of my cable company messing with me because it was down for, I think, a day and a half, maybe 2 days. But yeah, I mean, if I know Rich and Rusty and Gotcha Man and all of them have had some major issues with this asshole, and I'd love to have them up. They want to come up and discuss this and see how we're going to go at this, because this right here is what that comment is what really just sent me over the edge. I had some clips that I was going to play, and then I got to thinking later, you know what? As much as he's been a chicken shit and striking everybody, right now I'm going to hold off on the clips. The clips may be played on another channel, and I may just send y'all to it through a community post. Or there may be something done up on Rumble. What's going on, Cashville? And AD. Okay, now here's another thing. So I've seen where you were on, had a live, you know, and AD was just right there rubbing elbows with you. AD, if you're listening, I got a question for you. You sat there and have stated that y'all have got an adopted kid. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I've also heard you say that she was African American or maybe mixed. But so yet you're still rubbing elbows with him. Why? I guess it's okay for him to say the things he says, as long as he says it's a troll. So if someone walked up to Walmart and said things like that to you, your wife, and your daughter was right there, would it be okay if he just turned around and said, "Oh man, I'm just joking," but said derogatory things like that? So would that be okay? So does that give people the right to say stuff like that, as long as they just come back and say, "Oh, it's just a troll. I'm just joking"? I mean, because that seems to be this idiot's go-to. And then if you really piss him off and get under his skin, his next go-tos, well, he'll just dox you. He proved that. Hell, let's see here. He's doxed me. He's doxed Rich. He threw out Gotcha Man's wife's information. Now, Johnny, are you just being a puppet for someone else? I mean, you said you were just merely the messenger. And if so, who you being the messenger for? Is it really worth it? No, I mean, hell, what? Go ahead and just let us know. It's not like you haven't ratted before. Hell, you've got a long history of ratting. I mean, I think we would be quite interested in knowing. Maybe relieve some of the pressure off of you. Well, no, I tell you what, I'm not even going to lead you down that path because even then, you should have known that you shouldn't have went as far as you did. I mean, you go after people for, you know, the rebel flag, whether they display the flag or clothing or so. Let me explain this to you. Thank you, Miss Kathy. Miss Kathy dropped a $9.99 super chat saying, "Get him, Wade." Miss Kathy, I definitely plan on it. Johnny, you state that the rebel flag is racist. Well, let me inform you that your comments were racist. The rebel flag is not racist. The rebel flag is a symbol of heritage. The rebel flag was put out beforehand. Anybody that thinks the rebel flag is racist needs to study and study hard. But your comments and the things you have done in the past couple of days, if they actually view it and study it, they will realize it was done in a racist form. And like I said, it was pretty bad timing. And then if they watch your comments over the past couple weeks from beforehand and put that with it, yeah. And then you want to sit there and state that, well, colored is all you ever heard them referred by. Johnny, show me 10 clips of your older videos where you referred to them as colored. That shouldn't be hard to do. I can find 10 clips where you referred to them by other things. Matter of fact, you want to say you can put out a video first? You put out a video of 10 different clips before this past week of you saying the word colored, referring to them as colored. And I'll do one of 10 clips beforehand of you referring to them as something else. You know, I'm still waiting for you to hop up and chat. You know, you went after Ryan here a few weeks ago. How was it you was acting? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What did he say? What was that? What did he say? Oh, I'm gonna send it. It's a Screwface. Or Screwface. And then the following day, or maybe it was 2 days later, you turned around and you were dropping the N-bomb. Then you pull this stunt. Well, I wonder how he would feel if these videos got sent to him along with, a little email on how you were trying to use him to go after Ryan. And to let you know, I've got each and every one of those videos. And if you think I won't do it, then you're more fucked up in the head than I ever thought you were. And that's pretty fucked up. You're more fucked up than Austin Reacts is. Because if Austin Reacts thinks he's going to fucking report this live before 45 minutes before this live starts. Yeah. Yeah, Austin. Mm-hmm. Oh, I already know. The last time you tried to report me for a community what was it? It was a community guidelines for a comment. It backfired on you, and they ended up taking your video down, didn't they? And now, since I'm on Austin real quick, Austin, didn't you just do a video 3 or 4 days ago stating how you wish things would get back with Ryan and Adam Calhoun? Showing a video. He was showing a video where them two were in there in Ryan's studio joking around. N-word was dropped. What do y'all think Austin done? Yeah, he starts laughing. But yet, what was it, Austin? 3 weeks beforehand? Oh, I just can't handle this anymore. I can't ride with him. He's going to use that kind of words. Yeah, dumbass. Someone needs to put a hand on each ear, squeeze your little head, and wring that wet brain out. You don't know what side you want on. The only thing you know is you want to go somewhere where you can get subs. You don't care who you got to suck up to. Appreciate that, Goose. Goose says, so glad to hear you on, Wade. Sending prayers, peace, prayers, love, and positive energy. $49.99 super chat. I appreciate that, Goose. Really do. But yeah, Austin, I mean, you've got to realize I'd much rather have 5 subs and be able to keep my integrity than have 500,000 subs and no integrity. And right now, you don't have either one. What's going on, Captain? Yes, sir. I tell you what, if they have to wheel me in on a hospital bed and prop me up against the wall, my butt will be at that Nashville show. That is for sure. What's going on?
What's up?
Not much, not much.
I'm about 44 minutes late.
Well, yeah, better late than never. I was beginning to wonder. I'm like, did he fall asleep? Did he? But no, it went from Johnny to I got over to Austin real quick because I mentioned his name, and yeah, I mean, Austin's got to realize, he's going wherever he can just to get subs, and integrity. He's got to decide if he wants subs or wants to keep his integrity.
Oh yeah, that Austin guy.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody in chat? How y'all doing?
I tell you what, I need a cigarette, but I'm gonna have to stay behind the avatar because, well, YouTube says you don't need to be smoking anymore, and I can't smoke one of my Johnny cigarettes.
Yeah, I don't know what Johnny's gonna do when they won't let him smoke on YouTube no more.
Well, I don't know, Johnny and quite a few others. We'll find out though. Okay, Mama Payday is saying, read my last comment. Yeah, I've been a bad host tonight. I hadn't even been posting comments.
Drew, what's up, brother?
Well done, Mama Payday. Yes, I don't know if I hadn't been playing any of the videos because that's what he's waiting on, so he can just hit it up, But I think what I'm going to do is either put him on another channel, on Instagram or on Rumble, and then we'll just send the links to everybody else.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably waiting, wanting to try to strike them, but where they're going to, he ain't gonna be able to strike them from there.
No, that or I may make one extremely long video with all of them, and then we'll do a review.
Yeah.
But I cannot, and I put out there because I know either him or Merle or one of his mods or watching. You know, there's ways to get it back to him. But I dropped the link for him if he came in chat. You know, wanted to come up here and discuss it. But right now, he's just, you know, showing that he has no balls.
Yeah, and I'll just tell you, I'm putting some stuff together, and it's Johnny. It's going to the BLM and to the Black Panther Party. It may go to your local radio stations, your local TV stations. It may go to your local churches. Hi, Miss Gail. How are you? You're a racist piece of shit. I mean, we all knew you was a piece of shit anyway, but you like you said, you doubled down, and then you tripled down when you posted that shit on Skylar Miss Gail's page.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But you're gonna have to answer to this shit one day. Rusty says we are organizing a protest in Paintsville. I don't think he's probably not gonna be ready for it, because I mean, when BLM and Black Panther Party hear what he's got going on, they may have a protest in Paintsville too.
well, I'll tell you what, you know, that little gimmick that little video the other night, him hiding off in the bush, that was about pathetic. I mean, it was like a
I
dare.
watched this shit where he's like, this is what Johnny does. Johnny does something, and then he gets hemmed up and gets backlash from it, and then it was a skit, it was a troll. Dude, you're dumb as hell. You're not a troll. You don't know how to make a skit. I mean, your skits are climbing in a fucking tree. That's about as far as your skits go. So no, the racist shit that you've been doing. That's not no troll. That's not no skit. You're a piece of shit.
Apple Creek. It's in a $20. Is that pound over there? I think says Goble can go suck a cactus. Appreciate that, Apple Creek.
Rusty said I'm gonna reach out to the mayor, Shotty. Rusty, the mayor is a really nice guy. He likes talking to. I talked to him several times. He's a pretty nice guy. Shady J, that's Duty Booty. That's Tracy Outlaw.
Now, did y'all see Johnny acting like he was doing his therapy the other day on Merle's live? Merle moved while he was in the middle of pulling his pants up, and he caught about half his ass.
What up, Cashful?
Yeah. So, but I mean, if you paid close attention in that live, y'all may have seen this. Yeah, there's Johnny's I guess that's a physical therapist. I don't know, but Gina G said, Seaper said duty booty. Well, now Tattoo teardrops. Yeah, I told Johnny, I said, that's really aggravating the shit out of you that I'm going to the concert and you can't. He goes, who says I can't? He said, I can always sneak you. And I said, yeah, I'd love for you to try that. Why don't you come to Nashville and try that? He thinks he's going to be able to dress up and be able to sneak into one of them.
You couldn't melt Johnny's ass down and pour him in Nashville.
Hell, as much liquid that runs out of his ass, I think it's already melting.
Yeah, he'll have a bad day he ever comes to Nashville.
Yeah, Miss Gale said, oh my God, please come to Nashville. Yeah, he'll come to Nashville. He won't leave. Yeah. I mean, I may not live in Jolton anymore, but I know where the hogs are up there.
I mean, it's just it's sickening, man. It's utterly sickening, and to try to play it back like it's a skit or some shit, it's just it makes it even more disgusting, you know. And then you post a Save the Kids donation, you know, and talk about those little kids like that is just fucking vile, disgusting. It's like I don't know. I don't even know. Like the dude's. It's like I told Miss Gail. It's like, man, you know that dude ain't even worth the price of a bullet.
Oh, I like that idea right there. Lobster Lover said we should have a Creek Squad family reunion in Paintsville. He tried and sue the city. I tell you, I don't know if Paintsville's big enough to hold all of us, though. They would definitely welcome us. I just don't know that they could hold all of us. Then we could leave Paintsville and just drive on up to Ohio, and here there's a nice little town up there that would probably welcome us with open arms.
Yeah, that's what Payday says. Those babies' bellies aren't big; they're filled with worms, and their little bodies are malnourished. Yeah, and that's facts. And you know, he talks about them like it's just sickening. It's. I mean, he's a waste of air. But he's about to get all the attention he wanted in places that he didn't think it was coming from.
Well, he needs it because here's the thing: he keeps saying everything that he's been saying, and he's getting away with it, and it just makes him feel more powerful. And he's content with just hiding out at the house, so he feels safe. And Merle just don't help the situation.
What's up, April G? Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, she's a big as piece of shit as he is.
Yeah.
Merle, I hope you're liking those bots over there.
Yeah, I mean, for her to go from having a live that's only 600 people viewing it after a couple days or weeks to what was it, an hour or two after a live, she's showing where she's had over 6,000 views. Her cooking ain't that great either. I mean, come on. I will admit though, you know, when you almost set the kitchen on fire, that right there is going to bring in quite a few views. And that wasn't her first time either. Now, did y'all think for somebody that has a leg that's numb and a bad back and hip, he ran in there pretty fast. I mean, he didn't have no issue.
Hey, there's I just got sent something that says check his new live. I mean, check his new I think it's a new short.
Will do. Let me see.
I haven't
Let me
seen
see.
it.
Let me see what old Dag Burns got here. Oh well, they actually cut up a pillowcase and put it on.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty disgusting. I haven't
Yeah,
seen it yet.
yeah. I'm sure that they're really gonna find that funny. Yeah, Shady J. He's just missing the Air Jordan symbol. Now, oh, Gene, I mean, you're proud of your boy. So, what do you think? I mean, and for several reasons. Let's see here. You being part of the African American community, uh, you've got a relationship with a white woman, or let me rephrase that, with a white. Oh God, what do I classify her as? A white female. Um, I mean, really, truly, come on now. You seriously got to think. He's showing his racism. Oh, Christopher Cunningham, they are friends. They are friends. He is back. He's been back in Mocon for 2.5 years.
Oh, Gene, he's a weak knee, limp wrist piece of shit too. I mean, they've got nothing but fucking racist over there. You got little hillbilly over there. He's one of the biggest racists on YouTube. You got Books over there. He's a racist. Now you got Gene over there. I mean, him and Bird, they're all piece of shits. Y'all sit up there and y'all support that shit.
April, I totally agree with you. Gene is a coward.
I mean, Gene always talks about how gangster he is, and sorry, I was reading chat. Talk about how gangster he is and from the hood and all that shit. Gene, you know damn well if you was from the hood and if you was from a G, that shit that dude right there is doing, you would not co-sign that shit. Yeah, I haven't seen his short, but I'm getting several messages and stuff about it. What is he doing? Putting it on like he's fucking a Klans member?
Oh, the whole thing has him wearing it. So it's titled for the 2012 film Django, and he's got it hashtagged funny.
Somebody
Yeah,
make sure y'all clip that. I can't
yeah,
do it right this second.
I've already got it, so I'll send it to you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I'm gonna add it into my stuff that I'm sending out. Because I promise you, Johnny, this shit's not gonna age well for you. I'm gonna send it to everybody in your town. Appreciate it, Rusty.
Yep. Now, Rusty, let me ask you and Seeper well, I mean, anybody that's really watched him for any length of time, other than this past couple of days, how many times have y'all heard him refer to an African American as colored?
That shit's that's just racist. I mean, it's like Hardcore said the other day. You're either racist or you're like 150 years old. Nobody says if you say colored, you're a racist.
Mm. And I don't be honest with you, I don't even like referring to people as an African American. And I've told y'all why before a long time ago. And then I heard it, I think it was him say this, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know where you heard that. I heard somebody talk about it. But back in the 80s, it was a friend of mine's dad that got upset because he said, look, straight up, he said, I was born, and actually this guy was born in Detroit, but he had moved down. He says, he says, I don't have any family members that came directly from Africa. And he said, he said, call me a black man. But the best person that I'd ever heard talk about this was Morgan Freeman. He was being interviewed, and I think it was Wallace that was interviewing him. And Wallace referred to him as, I think, an African American or a black man. And he pretty much asked him, said, why? Why are you referring to me as that? He said, when I talk about you, he said, I'm going to say that man. He says, why do we have to put a race or a color in front of it? He says, as long as we do that, we're going to continue having racism. If we had to put a race in front of it, a color in front of it, then we're going to have racism. Refer to the person as a man or a woman and go on. And if y'all stop and think about it, y'all not remember when Ryan had a video out here a couple years ago talking about why he calls people skin? We're all the same on the inside.
Well,
Zach,
I'll tell you another thing that bugged me too was he hang on. Another thing that bugged me is he put up a thing that I seen where he was like, and he's so this is how stupid he is. He puts it up trying to prove he's like, well, I got mixed people in my family. It's my sister, my adopted sister. It's my niece, it's her daughters date black men, got black kids. And then he pulls up a Facebook profile of the sister with some kids on her thing, which is obviously her grandkids. And like, that's my nieces. But in the beginning of the video, you just said it's your sister's daughters. They date black men and had kids by them. They don't make them your nieces. What's up, KJ?
one thing about it, no one's ever accused him of being, I'm just going to say smart, not even intelligent, but smart. They rushed him out of school. What was it? 12 Point said they went ahead and gave him a degree because he was stinking up the school.
I mean, like, the term colored people, that was used back in slave days.
Well, I mean,
You
even
know, I
all the way
mean,
up to the 50s and 60s. Remember they had for the water fountains?
yeah, yeah. I mean that's just racist. There's nothing about it that you cannot avoid it. That's racist.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to think that our country's moved on in the past 60 years. but apparently not him.
Yeah, I just got a picture of what his short was sent to me. You're a sick fuck, Johnny.
Yeah, I just took a picture of both of them. Was fixing to post them.
Yeah, I promise you, there I will not stop sending it to everybody. Everybody in your town is gonna have all your racist shit that you said,
Yeah.
and as well as BLM and the Black Panther Party.
Mike, it's hashtagged in this video to show them how he's being so racist and how he's using them as nothing but a viewpoint. I was going to play the video, and then after seeing how he's going after everybody, playing just a 5 and 6 second clip, I elected not to, but figured we'd talk about it. But this right here is what these two pictures right here is what he just posted on his community post. This is nothing of mine. This is right off his community post.
Yeah, Mr. DeSoto, that's a short that Johnny just put out.
Lost lovers. Yeah. See that ladies think us sorry I ruined your Black Panther party. Your Black party, yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's trying his hardest to try to make it seem like it's a skit or a troll, but what he don't understand is he's just making it worse. He just makes it worse and worse on himself. Instead of being a fucking man and saying, "Hey, I fucked up. You know, I shouldn't have done that." You want to fucking just try to keep it going.
Well, he's a psychotic narcissist. And what I mean by that is he always has to have attention. He will never ever admit that he done something. So if there's ever a story, like I said earlier, he has to top it. It has to be about him. He always has to have the attention. He never feels empathy.
Shady J said, "Download it before he dirty deletes it." He can't delete anything because everything he puts out gets recorded as soon as he puts it out.
Yeah. So, and KJ Crystal Jewelry says he's trying to get money off this, clicks and views. And I mean, you're absolutely right. And see, that's another reason you don't do that. Not on these topics. There's other things he can do to try to cash in. I mean,
Yeah, everybody would what's posted up there on Mama Paydays, what that comment is, everybody should do that.
yeah, you want me to? Yeah, okay, you got it.
Yeah. I just don't want to say it, but
Right. Here's the thing, folks. If it's something that you would not allow to go on, if you in your heart is wrong, or if it's something you wouldn't want somebody in your family to see, then don't feel bad about doing it.
yeah, and I mean the way the more and more people that do that with his channel. And like I said before, you can do it on YouTube, but if you have a Twitter account, go over to Team YouTube. You can get a lot more done over there. Go over there and let them know what he's doing.
Hmm.
And the more people that we can get to do it, is the more chance that we can get to get rid of him.
And I'm normally not for that. Now, a lot of people think that's all I do, but no. But in this case, I mean, he has went beyond. I mean, he oh God. And
Thank you, Lena.
Johnny, I'm going to say this. So when you said what you did to Kansas, I thought that was about as worse as you could get. And it's that, I mean, that's, but now that you've said what you did in that comment, that's just as bad, if not worse, in my eyes, because you're talking about an unborn child that hadn't even been able to take that first breath.
Yeah, it's sickening. I mean, the shit he does is just sickening. I mean, and it always like I don't know what it is, but it always goes back around and somehow has something to do with kids.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I get there's people in here saying they've reported it and no one ain't doing nothing. It's wild. I mean, you get. I mean, I've had some troll accounts that I didn't have zero content on, and they said that something I posted violated community guidelines, some content I posted, and I'm like, I didn't even post no content. But you got this guy out here doing this stuff. I mean, and I even went up and gore bombed him one night. I mean, Mama Payday's channel, Lil Payday's channel gets taken. It's crazy. It's like some people, some people's stuff will get hit, some people's won't. But that's why I say if the YouTube side, the algorithm, the reports thing over there really ain't that good. So if you can go to the Twitter Team YouTube.
Well, now here's something I'm going to say that I hadn't seen anybody say, speak of, probably don't even want to touch, but I'm going to say this. Johnny, since you love Miss Patty so much, I want to ask Miss Patty. And now, Miss Patty, I know I'm not rusty, so you may not be watching me as much, but how do you feel about this? Being a female, having kids. I mean, how would you have felt if this was back when you could have had kids and somebody would have said this to you? Or let's just say, it would have, I mean, because I don't know of a female that has any type integrity or moral that would stand for this, but yet you show support. Then, if you want to go one farther, even though we've seen how you talked about your family, uh, deep down, I mean, this is family, and this is an
Yeah,
unborn child. Are you still going to show them support?
Gail says he's an idiot too, Wade.
Oh, don't disagree with you there, but yeah, I mean, I would love for her to post and comment or community post or however she wants to respond. And I want to see what her response would be, how she feels about it. I mean, hell, Johnny, if you got to wish something like that on somebody, you can tell me 20 more times to die. You can make a video. Hell, you can make a video every day until I die wishing me death. Lay off the children. And to think your wife thinks it was okay.
April says Gobble's now saying it was a troll. I guess he put a new something out saying he was a ghost or something. Johnny, that shit don't work, buddy.
Like I said, that's his go-to when he
I
knows
mean,
he's done
he's
something
not
wrong.
even a troll. He's a fucking idiot. The dude couldn't troll if his life depended on it. You know, he acts like everything he does is a troll. It's not a troll. You're just a fucking idiot. You're an obsessed stan and an idiot. And then when you get hemmed up and called out on it, it's like, oh, I was just trolling. No, you wasn't, because you're too stupid to troll.
But yet there are communities out there that's showing him support, whether they're doing it from backstage or what, you know.
You know, and I speak on this too, because you know, I thought AD was a better person. I seen AD on his live today, and they were over there talking about it, and he did tell him it wasn't a good look. But like, and then to let it go after that. Like, no, you should. There's a lot more to say than it ain't a good look, because it's way beyond not a good look.
I'll even go one step farther than what you just said. Now, folks, y'all know how I feel about Martin Speaks. I mean, y'all know, hell, I've voiced my opinion enough. Martin Speaks done a live tonight. Now, I didn't get to catch it all, but he sat there and, I mean, he just told Johnny flat out the way it was, how he's ruined his channel, what he done wrong, and he went in on him from what little I was able to listen to it. And I'll have to commend Martin Speaks on the beginning of it. Like I said, I wasn't able to listen to very much of it, but the beginning of it, from what I heard, he done a good job. And he was just sitting there talking. It wasn't him going, yeah, 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 blah, 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 darta, darta, darta. No, it was him sitting there talking and doing an outright podcast. From what like I said, what little I had heard, but he was spot on with what he was saying.
I mean, any of those people over there that support him or talk to him or are friends with him or whatever, I mean, y'all need to grow some balls and get a backbone and tell him that, like, what he's doing is wrong. Like, that shit is wrong. There's no way around it. I mean, don't people like to sugarcoat shit too much on here for folks, and it's a piece of shit, low down move. You know,
Well,
I mean, if you're a racist, you know, just own that you're a racist, you know. But like the kid shit, the posting that kid shit and talking about them little kids like that. I mean, those kids over there have a life that us people over here in America couldn't even fathom to have. You know, sickness and not knowing when they're going to get a next piece of food, and to do that shit and to try to make fun of that. I mean, it just shows really what kind of despicable person you are.
and the bad thing about it is not just Johnny, but the people over there cheering him on.
Yeah, and it's some of those people over there got mixed. You know, Native J, you're a whole bitch. You sit there and claim you got you know, you're in a in a mixed rate relationship. You're a whole bitch to support that shit. Bird, Gene, y'all both are whole bitches. You know, there's more of them. You know, I think that Fat Rob, I think he's got a mixed, I think that's a mixed race relationship. You're a whole bitch.
Yeah.
Any of y'all that ain't calling this guy out, you're bitches.
904 Mike, yes, Native Gay says that it's just a troll. He's fine with it, and that what leads me to believe Native Gay is also racist because he's not married to a black woman, or that I know of. He refers to her as a Mexican. So I think in his eyes it's okay because he thinks Johnny's just talking about black people, even though he was talking about interracial relationships, which means it opens it up. If you're not of the same race, then so that, I mean, it made him look just as bad as Johnny.
Yeah, April, I seen that. Bird and Hellboy, they're saying it's a fake narrative. No, she's a fucking piece of shit. That she's simping trying to get some views off of Johnny's back, and so she's willing to just take whatever comes. And I mean, her being one that dates black men should be one that should stand up and hold that piece of shit accountable for their side over there. But you'd rather have some subs and views than to have integrity.
Mm. And Bird, I mean, seriously, folks, let's look at Bird. Let's look at what she does, what she's done, how she's went with her children. I mean, how she pretty much gave them up, didn't she, Seeper?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, anybody that's going to put any credibility towards Bird really needs an evaluation.
And there's a lot that when people just say interracial relationships, that don't always mean a white person and a black person. There's all kinds of races. So I mean, if you're, I have mixed race in my family. So I kind of, it bugs me bad too because like just because you're posting pictures of black people, that don't you're still racist to all things because basically what you're saying is you're just about white and pure. That's it.
Hold on 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I just I don't take the I don't take the racial shit. I mean, I would love for that motherfucker to come to Nashville and come around me and call somebody colored.
Okay. Had to go leave Bubble Boy a little comment.
Oh yeah, somebody said he was sniping.
Yep.
I mean, the little bit I seen of there when he was up on the panel today, hell, I would think you would stand for more than that, AD, and you would call him out a little better than you did than just say that it wasn't a good look. I mean, I'll
Well,
give it to you. You at least did that, but I mean, you need to let that motherfucker know this shit ain't right.
AD, if you feel so safe about what you're doing and so secure about Johnny, let your wife watch all them videos and see if she don't think it's racist. I bet you don't.
It was funny too, because I heard Johnny like AD and them they were talking about their finances and shit, and Johnny's like, "Oh yeah, I got multiple incomes."
Oh
Bitch,
yeah,
you
he
ain't
was
got no fucking multiple incomes. You got a retard check.
start looking at houses. Oh, look at this one. This one's 5,000 square feet. Oh, it's in Paintsville. Oh yeah, I know where this one's at. Yeah, like he's gonna be. I mean, come on. That
I think
one
it
house
was
is what
some.
129,000. He couldn't get it, and he thinks he's gonna get a 5,000 square foot home.
I think it was something to do with them posting W-2s or 1099s or something. Johnny, you can't post a W-2. You ain't worked long enough to get a W-2.
He can't even spell W-2.
YouTube's my job. I don't care what you say.
Rusty said Johnny has been came in multiple times. That isn't the same as multiple incomes.
Yeah, that's why he's had Mexican in him. That's why he said he's half Mexican. Half his customers are Mexican. Every time I go to say Straight Shooter's name, I mess it up. It's Straight Hooter Shooter.
Straight Hooter Shooter, yeah.
Yeah. Well, she changed it, a while back, if I ain't mistaken. And
Michelle D said, "Can you get a 1099 for sucking dick for drugs?"
Bird, could you answer that?
Yeah, you can file self-employed as a cocksucker.
Yeah, well,
I guarantee you,
Johnny would be owner operator, wouldn't he?
I bet you Johnny ain't never filed taxes in his life. He wouldn't even know how to fill out a damn W-2.
Hell no.
He definitely wouldn't know how to fill out a 1099.
Johnny works long enough he gets right at that point to where he would make enough to file and quits.
He come to the part where it puts dependents and he wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
Oh, I got a couple dogs. I'm dependent on the government.
Because Johnny's a dependent. I bet Merle files his punk ass on her taxes.
Mr. Stiller said knee pads is a write-off. Chapstick and chapstick.
Merle, I got a question for you because I heard Johnny say y'all had a tax check for $8,000. I'm calling bullshit. But if it is $8,000, how many dependents are you claiming, Merle?
How many bots have you bought with that?
Well, because you can't claim, but I mean, how many dependents are you claiming? How many kids are you claiming, Merle?
Yeah, I sent a comment that she posted the other day. My kids aren't adults; they're 12 and 13. Talking about the two that she doesn't have, and I'm sitting here thinking, I wanted to comment, and I wanted to say they're not your kids; they're somebody else's. But
Well, I'm not going to say this as facts, but I'm going to say it as I think this is what I heard at some point. I don't know when, but I thought I heard them say they claimed 2 kids.
well, she's got.
And that would kind of make a little sense if she claimed head of household, claimed 2 kids, and then claimed a fucking bum.
Well, she's got 2 girls though, doesn't she? One.
But they don't live with her.
No, she did. They did pick them up the other day.
Yeah, they gotta live with you like 75% of the year to be able to claim them. So are you causing are you creating tax fraud, Merle?
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Inquiring minds want to know if you are filing tax fraud or if Johnny's lying about the $8,000.
Very good question.
I mean, I know that you used your tax check for a down payment on that Ferrari y'all got. I mean that Hyundai y'all got.
with that 100,000 mile warranty, you know.
Yeah, you don't get $8,000 back for one kid.
Hell no, there'd be a shitload of people running around here every year with a big fat bank account that don't even work.
Also, Johnny and Merle, did y'all file y'all's YouTube earnings on your taxes? What about that Cash App? All them tens of thousands of dollars that Patty sent you. Did you file that on your tax returns?
Damn. 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 We got proof where you had that much, remember? Oh, beautiful Carolina said she may be claiming her mother that doesn't live with her.
I mean, one child, she should probably get about $3 grand. Um, it may be a little more, a little less.
I think they may be claiming the dogs. They're just giving them different names, you know. Yep, that's right, April. They need an audit. Well, Brad, Johnny was bragging the other night at how he was going to be getting that house.
Hey, Justice, yeah, I can see your comments. That's a good point, Country Bro. She can't claim Johnny because of his back child support. Yeah, I forgot about that. If Johnny's does, yeah, if he's got back child support, um, she won't be able to claim him or they'll take her returns. Johnny, should I call the IRS on you and see if y'all are doing tax fraud?
Yeah, I mean,
Or just tell me on a video you were lying and you didn't get $8,000 back on your taxes.
there's definitely reason to believe. And he did say the other day that at one time he was making $1,000 a month, which I call bullshit. But I mean that right there may want to be investigated by him. Oh, Brandy Day says they are getting money from Patty again. Previous comment.
Well, I mean, it's enough that all of our tax monies are feeding them. I mean, I don't want all of our tax money to be gone to where they, get $8,000. I mean, that's a situation I need to know about because I want my tax money spent well, and I don't want it to be fraudulently given to somebody.
Speaking of fraudulent, I wonder how that little lawsuit is going, where he's trying to cash in on an accident that never really happened.
The other day he said he's going, well, I'm getting quite a bit. He's talking about starting up a business. I'm gonna make everybody mad. I'm gonna getting this big chunk of money. I'm gonna start me up a business. I ain't gonna have to work again. I just sit on this stinking ass couch and get couch sores all day long.
Well, I'll tell you what, he better hurry up and do something because these car payments, he's getting behind on paying her. He's just not making anything on YouTube.
Motivated said, "Can someone catch us up? We had our own drama. What did Johnny do say?" Johnny has put out a whole bunch of racist stuff with some kids. He's talked about put a comment under Skylar's pregnancy about being miscarriage month. Just a whole bunch of vile shit. And then just now he's put a fucking white sheet on his head like he's a Klan member.
Yeah, he's and then a day or two later he'll come back and say it's just a troll. It's just a troll, and he thinks that's okay. And his idea after making the racial comments, you know, he done a video supporting the colored people. And that's how it was listed, and that's not my wording. And in the video, he had a young boy in there, and just the way it was all set up, it was distasteful. Let's just, yeah, I'll put it that way.
Oh yeah, this is a good point too. So, because there was a comment made, there was a post made with Patty. I think she was going after Kurt on it and was saying that she has money now, and if he whatever, she was going to pursue him or whatever. And so Miss Gill says, funny how Patty all of a sudden has money again, but she's not a thief. She hid it as long as she could. That's another good question because up until the court case was finalized, Patty, you were talking about you couldn't pay your light bill, you couldn't buy food. Now all of a sudden, after the court case is over, you got plenty of money to be able to pursue things. So, did you win the lottery? I need to know. I need to hold $1.
Did you have a little hush fund somewhere that you had stashed away?
Hi, Miss Nada. She said you try and drop it result. With all due respect, I'm not going to speak on it. I'll if that's something that he wants to put out, that's his business. But everything's, everything turned out good for him. I mean, obviously he didn't get his money back, I'm sure.
I don't know, or at least I don't know all the particulars of the case, but I'll just say that that'd be between them to
yeah, I
put
don't
out
either.
whatever information if they elect to.
Yeah. It just confirms, like that whole post that she made the other day, it just confirms to me that you did steal money.
Miss April, are you on a Apple? If you're on a Apple device, yeah, for some reason it's weird. If you're using the app, you won't be able to see it. You'll literally have to go in, type in like www.youtube.com and go in that way.
She found it.
Okay. Now, Miss April, before you join, let me let you know that I've been way behind on doing membership stuff because of my health. Thank you, April. Yeah, yeah, I just wanted to let you know I do need to move maybe some videos over there, and I got to get back up on it. So now that I'm feeling better.
Hey Johnny, let me let you in on a small piece of advice. I won't let you in on all of it, but you think you hide them videos behind your paywall? Um, that nobody can get them? You're stupid.
Hey, Seeper, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I was going to say, for some reason, I went,
Did you hear me?
well, for some reason, it's been reconnecting on me here. And the reason I've seen where it disconnected, I was trying to add Miss Vicky's, where she gifted 10 memberships, and it wouldn't do it for the longest. Thank you, Miss Vicky. Now, what the last thing I heard was about him hiding videos under pay
Yeah,
service.
I just told him that hiding his shit up behind a paywall don't mean that they're not gotten.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's stupid to think that just because you put them in your members only that they're hidden. They're not hidden.
Oh no, Johnny, and you should know this. I mean, hell, you used to. Well, you used to be a thief, so you know if somebody wants something, there's ways of getting it. So just keep that in the back of your mind when you mess with people.
Yeah, I mean, just keep putting them behind that paywall, and we'll keep getting them.
Mm-hmm. I know poor Mike is asking, how do you gift memberships? That how you gift them? I know as a creator, once a month you can gift so many. But as far as when somebody comes in and gives them like that, I'm not really aware of that.
I think you click on down there on the member thing, the member icon. I think it lets you do it like that.
Okay.
'Cause I've gifted some in some people's channel before, and that's how I did it. The same place you would buy a subscription. Miss Gail, they call AD Bubble Boy.
Yeah.
Cash will give him that name, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. And he hated that name.
What's up, Uncle Will?
He don't say that he hates it. It's just that the first couple of days that after he gave it to him, he's just like mentioning it left and right.
Uncle Will said he's wanting someone to teach him a hard life lesson. I almost think he's got a death wish or something.
Well, there's enough people out there that all he'd have to do is say something, and I'm sure somebody would oblige him with his wish. Oh, Apple Creek has gifted 5 more memberships. Appreciate that, Apple Creek. Uncle Will, nothing but a thing. Let's see here. Miss Vicky, Kay, I'm here. And that 815 guy received memberships. So congratulations to y'all. Again, thank you, Apple Creek.
And Johnny's the kind, he sits on here on YouTube where he's safe and does all this racist shit. But you let some black dudes walk up on him, and that son of a bitch will tuck his tail and run as fast as he could.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he will.
I mean, I think Jerry Wilt said he seen him today at Walmart and said something to him and went to get out of his truck, and Johnny took off running.
Big shout out to Brandy Day. She had been a member for 7 months. She was one of the original members. Apple Creek actually being my first member, if I ain't mistaken. Yep, there she is. She's been a member for 7 months as well. So yeah, her and Brandy and them were one of the first ones. Like I said, if I ain't mistaken, I think Apple Creek was actually my very first member. Yeah. If we're not, so yeah, Johnny has a video out from quite some time ago crying about the rebel flag. We've all seen it, how people don't need to be using it, how it's, causes hate. For some reason, he doesn't think about his words that he's used.
No, I'm gonna pay that. He won't like Tuscaloosa either. I mean, he's not going around anybody. He's not going in no hoods. He's not going, like he says he's got the pass to say the N word and all that shit. You ain't doing that, Johnny. You're not going out into the real world and doing this racist shit that you think you're doing, that you're doing here on YouTube. You're doing it because you feel like you're safe behind door number 109.
Right there, staying right there on the Ponderosa. But yet he had that video that we were talking about, but yet he done this around the same time. You remember that, don't you, Johnny?
I mean, all I can tell him is my best advice to you, Johnny, is you with the shit that you've done with this racist shit, you better keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, I mean, he's done some pretty messed up stuff.
I mean, when
And
I
Johnny,
get all this shit sent over to these people, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people don't start showing up at the Ponderosa. Cause I'm sending all your shit over there, Johnny. I'm sending your address and everything. The BLM, the Black Panthers, the NAACP. I'm sending it to everybody.
I mean, the town of Paintsville's got to be getting sick and tired of you.
Hell, I might just give a good donation to your local news service down there and see if they'll air it. I'm sure
I
there's
mean,
got to be people in Paintsville that don't believe in racism.
yeah, and I would redo that sticker on the car that says locally hated. Yeah, I think you could just put nationally hated, And I'll tell you how much he really doesn't think. So when you do stupid stuff like this, you're only thinking about how it's going to reflect on your channel. Maybe, possibly how it's going to reflect on you. You don't think about how it's going to reflect on your kids. You know, as a which I know this is giving you too much credit, but you don't think as a man and a family man how that stuff reflects beyond you. You know, a man would think about his family first, especially when doing something like that.
Hey, I'll be back up in just a second.
Okay. You know, it's not always about the click and views. One of these days, you're going to learn that it's often, sometimes just be better just to keep your mouth shut because there are other things that are more important than what, 1,200 views. That is, unless you're buying bots like some channels that go from 600 views to 6,088. Yeah, Miss April AD is definitely a flip flopper. I mean, you know, this guy says he stands and on his 2 feet and all about the truth. He don't, you know, hook up with anybody, any community. He's his own. But yeah, he don't allow certain things to happen over on his channel unless it's done by Johnny and a couple others. Then it's okay, you know. If no, man, Miss Savannah, AD is definitely not Little Family nor Creek Squad. Oh, exactly, Uncle Will. I mean, that right there lets you know what kind of parent he is. And even before that, when he started putting all that information out, what, 2 years ago? Yeah, okay, true. Yeah, it's Bubble Boy. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's really a shame. And the great thing, you know, we mentioned Cam, or Uncle Will mentioned Cam, and so uh, I can't praise Cam enough for having to deal with Johnny. You know, I mean, grow up with him, and as young as he is, and look how he's turned out. He knew at a young age what kind of person Johnny was, you know, and big shout out to Britt for that. And yet here Johnny is just wanting to keep her quiet. Yeah, if it ever that paperwork's lifted or expires, I would love for her just to open up, release everything she can before he drops it on her again. I mean, because you know Johnny is scared as hell of what she knows. I mean, she's taking so much bullshit off him. Raised her kids right, and not only Johnny. It's not only Johnny she's taking all this shit off of. Hell, she's had Merle. Well, unfortunately, it's probably going to take quite a few hate speech reports before they ever do anything. You wouldn't think so. You would think a couple people report it, boom, they would look into it, but that's the reason he hit him. I think some of his mods told him it would probably be best. All right, let me scroll through here because I want to read this one. Okay, so Gig Sunshine said Wade wanted to tell you I had a cancer tumor removed, still doing treatments, but the surgery hurt like hell. Love and prayers for my friend. Hey, well, I'm glad you definitely got the tumor removed. Hopefully the treatments hopefully you go through all the treatments as delicate as you can, and I hope you pull through them well. And definitely and gracefully thank you for all the prayers. But yeah, best of luck to you. Tattoo Teardrops says I reported Johnny for being plain retarded. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I wish YouTube would get rid of some of those, but and here's the thing, Johnny, because of people like AD and Triple T and all, you can thank them because you have that right. That's the great thing about living in this country. You have the right to voice your opinion. With that said, now listen closely. Just because you have that that First Amendment, guys, excuse me, I'm sitting here looking at a hat that says Second Amendment. Just because you have that First Amendment doesn't mean you can say any and everything you want to say and there not be consequences. So remember that. Just because you have the right, the ability to say whatever you want to say, doesn't mean there's not consequences to it. Right, 904. He also has the right to get his ass kicked too. This is America. Case in point. So the law burning the American flag passed years and years ago. I mean, I think it was back in the late 60s, early 70s, farther back than what a lot of people thought. But I think it was in the late 80s, maybe early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. That may have been even earlier than that. But a judge ruled that if you caught somebody burning the flag, and I don't forget where this was at, but there was a fine of $1. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry about that, Blue Eyes. Yeah, I don't know if it's internet service or what. Ever since it went down for a couple of days, where we had an issue with the network server out here as a whole community, it's been messed up. So I don't know. I'm thinking it's the internet service or it may be StreamYard. I don't know. So you just got out of the hospital last Friday. Well, glad you're home. You'll find yourself recovering quicker at home than you will be in that hospital. Yeah, I mean, like I said, folks, I had originally planned to do this on Sunday, but when I woke up this morning and seen the comment that he had made, that I knew there was going to be a lot of great people out here doing lives and making videos and all the racist stuff that he's done. I knew all that. I knew all that was going to be handled and handled well. But y'all know how I feel about Skylar and Miss Gale and all them over there, and how I am about when it comes to this topic. And no, that literally just no. I had to do this live, and I told my wife when she woke up that I was doing it, and she's like, I told her, I said, well, I said, I showed her the comment, and she thought, well, I'm not going to tell y'all what what she thought, the wording, but she's just like, he's lost his everlasting mind. She's like, somebody just needs to get hold of his ass. And that's all I'm going to say as far as what she had to say about it. But yeah. Really, I wish you would really just jump over here and chat, and I'll drop the link. I'd love to have you up here because I just don't. I I don't know. I mean, what are you? Are you scared of the one that you've told to die 8 times? Oh, cancer boy, you've always called me. The one with no teeth, the one that chicken nugget, you know, field goal teeth boy. I mean, do I still scare you? Shit, I don't know what it is. Why did you feel the need to dox everybody? I mean, I guess I can see why you doxed me, and since you called my wife, text and all that. I mean, but what did Rich and them do to you? They reviewed your content and stuff like that, but really, what has Rich done? What did Gotcha Man's wife do to you? There again, what did Skylar do to you the other day or this morning? Just got to find an scapegoat. Well, folks, I don't know what to tell you other than he's scared. We've given him plenty of time. We know that he knows because of the way he's responded through his videos and community posts. Come on, AD. Oh, Johnny is in AD's live talking shit. Well, maybe that's where Seeper went. So AD's Johnny's therapist. Well, does anybody know if who all's on his panel right now, or well, I guess he's just going to show that he doesn't want to confront us as a community. Well, has anybody heard anything from that other guy? You know, that mechanic. I hadn't seen anything or heard anything from him here lately. Kind of weird. Justice, I may see if when Seeper gets back, if he can, because with the way my service is being tonight, because at first it started with YouTube going disconnecting and reconnecting, and then StreamYard. Okay, Christopher Cunningham. So yeah, that's what I thought. I did see him make a comment in somebody's I think it was a live here a few weeks ago. But yeah, I hadn't seen any videos that he's put out or anything. So yeah, kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, I think the last live he done, he stated he just came back from Detroit, but I kind of laughed when he said that because the last time he mentioned Detroit, we all know where he was at. So 815 guys says, I bet PBR is banned for 4 weeks. Watch, you can comment on live streams while being under a ban. You tell you what, that could be. True Texan said no one on panel, just the fire. Now I know that Merle said both of them unblocked everybody here. Was it today or yesterday? So you may actually be unblocked. Of course, when they do unblock everybody, by the end of the night, it seems like everybody's blocked again. Yeah, well, Mama Payday says he's still got her blocked. Yeah, I think the ones that cause him the most trouble, he keeps blocked, and then he goes through there and unblocks everybody else. So they're going after Danny Parker. I mean, really, how much has Danny Parker said here recently? He still got you blocked, Miss Kathy? Okay, so 904 says check out my last comment. Well, 904, for some reason, I'm not. Okay, I'm still. The last one I see was he still had the right to get his ass whooped. Yeah, I don't. I see a response. Okay, let's see here. That may have been when it glitched. Okay, here it is. Either Johnny or AD has an alt account name, Tyrone. Okay, I heard him mention that the other night during his live. So yeah, I wouldn't put it past Johnny. I really wouldn't. Of course, I wouldn't put it past AD either. But if I had to pick, I would say it's more Johnny. Yeah, that seems like it would be something that Johnny would do, and we know how that goes with him. It's just he would do something that dirty. I say he's a regular in Johnny's comments. Well, I mean, it could be Melinda doing it while Johnny's live too. Yeah, I mean, AD plays. He'll do two lives at the same time. He'll do his regular live with everybody while he's gaming. Yeah, I mean, you just got to watch out. I mean, that's the reason he'll have 4 or 5 people up on panel, and he'll be quiet as can be. Then you can ask him a question. He may not even hear you because he'll be involved with his game. Him on payday says, "I think I need to bring Bert the couch back." Yeah. Going on, Jake? How the heck does this guy have a freaking wrench? The hell's going on? Only thing Tyrone would be doing is, yeah, well, she probably wouldn't complain, Mike. Man, 2024 outstanding. So AD is MIA. You're only 20 minutes away. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, AD does play some weird music. Well, April, now he may have fell asleep or went to use a restroom or go fix food, or his wife may be getting on to him. Yeah, April, I don't know if Seeper asked you. I had a question that I asked Seeper to ask you. I don't know if he ever did. It was about your hat that you had on when you was singing your song. Hit me up on Instagram and after the live, and I'll ask you about it if he didn't ask you. Oh, that TOC is a piece of. I mean, I hope he's not depending on his comedy routine for a living. Yeah, I mean it's a possibility. Okay, April. So the hat that you had on and that live, I was asking if that was where you worked, and if so, if it was the one. How can I put it safely? Um, exit 40 off 24. I'll put it that way. Oh, okay. I misread it then. I'm sorry. It said NF. Sorry about that, April. Yeah, hate to hear that about the. Yeah, I didn't know that. So there you go. Yeah, that my bad eyes. So yeah, that was just a miss. I just read that wrong all the way around. Now, Christopher Cunningham, I definitely agree with you there. Yeah, and what I would like to see if we could, because it's two different style comedies. But if we could get 12 Point and Gotcha Man to collaborate and do something together. Cashville, actually feeling a hell of a lot better, to be honest with you. I mean, a hell of a lot better. Of course, it took some while, but yeah, I'm having a series of good days now. The hospice nurse told me that, I'm going to have probably 3 to 4 good days and then have a series of bad days, and it's going to start progressing. They moved me in their like pamphlet. They have 4 stages, and they had bumped me up to the next stage, which it is what it is. I mean, we all knew going off this that it was going to progress. Just so I sleep more. Seems like it takes longer to recover when I get down, but that's the thing. I've could have been back on here several days, ago for a little while, but I've just been relaxing, and past couple days I've actually been busy with my dealing with my wife, but Johnny's gonna keep this up. I'm gonna be right back to doing what I was doing. And yeah, I mean, this is just what he's done's been bullshit. Thank y'all, Miss Savannah and April. Oh, I will, Justice. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, people think I'm back here 16, 17 hours a day. No, a lot of stuff that I had done was actually off phone. Thank you, Kathy. Well, Christopher Cunningham, yeah, I mean, he did refer to me as dead man. And it's just, I mean, I think people knew how he was and what he was referring to as well. But there have been some others where he's dropped it, and but like I said, that all honestly, that doesn't bother me. And if he'll lay off the miscarriage or making comments with the children like he has and stuff like that, and wants to wish me death every day in a video until the day I die, I would much rather him do that. Sorry to hear that, April. 21 years old. That's awful young. Unfortunately, that's the cancer. I mean, I've seen them in there younger than that, and it was a shame. Justice Roberts, to be honest with you, I believe the reason he gets away with so much of it is because as long as he's been on, as many people that he has, and with him being monetized and the amount of views that he gets, if he wasn't drawing in so many views and being monetized at the same time, I don't think it would be acceptable by him. But because he's drawing in so many that they're overlooking some of it. Hmm. He was 11 years old when diagnosed. God, that's all. I mean, that's a shame. I mean, 11 years old, folks. I mean, how his life hadn't even begun, and yeah, to have to go through this, or had to go through it, and 10 years too. I mean, that's my battle's just been since December of 19, and it seems like it's been 20 years. It's infinite. Lost mom to liver cancer a year after dad passed. So I mean, and that's the thing. So I mean, Johnny's made several comments on cancer patients and all. He don't realize that not only does it affect the person he's talking to or their family, or it may, the person they're talking to, but so many people that are listening or in the communities or whatever have lost members due to cancer, and it affects them in some way. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. Yeah. So I mean, there again, like I've said, Johnny, you got to stop and think. And that's what's weird, folks. So not only Johnny, but there's been several others out there that want to claim that I'm faking this, that I don't have it, or I don't have what I say I have, or however they want to word it and have worded it. Some of them went back on what they've said, but changed it. But the funny thing is, and I think most of y'all, if not all of y'all, have seen it, I put out my paperwork. You could literally sit there and go through and read. I think it was 30 some odd pages So unless they can't read, and there'd be quite a few of them, but they think because a doctor told me a couple years ago, 4 years, that's an estimate of what the average person that has exactly what I have lived through. So they take 10, 100,000 people of the same thing, what their average lifespans lasted. Some lasted longer, some didn't last as long, but it's on the average scale. They think I'm a carton of milk. Well, this thing expires December the 16th. December 16th, you open it up. Well, it's good for another day or two. But no, I think you got to throw it out right there and then. I don't realize there's people that's went on a year, 2 years. After that, there's people that didn't even last up to then. But that's the only thing we're guaranteed when we're born. I mean, I just don't let it bother me when he says that. I'll tell you one of the things he says that bothers me. Not really. It just kind of eats at me. That more so that I hear him say than that. And it's not just him that's I hear say it. There's a bunch of people I hear say it. Well, they're no better than I am, or there's nobody any better than I am. It's like, well, that's BS. There's always somebody better than you. You think because you've heard that we're all created equal. Well, yeah, we were all created equal. We were all born equal. It's the choices we make after we're born, the things that we do that defines each and every one of us, that separate us. So there's always going to be somebody better than you, and there's always going to be somebody that's not as good as you. So no, you're wrong. There's always somebody better than you. And you are proving, Johnny, that this past week just how low on the totem pole you really are. I mean, some of the worst scum of the earth are actually being proven that they're better than you. But I will say, kind of change it, I am glad that we see Gotcha Man out there. And I know that's got to be pissing Johnny off because within what, a day and a half, 2 days, his channel's got, I think it's got well over 1,000 subs. And I'm pretty sure that Gotcha Man will be getting his other channel back. Hopefully. So yeah, big shout out to Gotcha Man. And if one of my mods would drop Gotcha Man's new channel link in there, if y'all haven't subbed up to him, please do so. Let's get his channel built back up. Big shout out to 12 Point as well. Y'all know I always love 12 Point's comedy. too much always around. Thank you, Mimi. Yeah, Tennessee Tiger King said it's Got. Well, Got is his wife's also, isn't it? But I think his is Homer. What was it? Homer's house. Excuse me. So, of course, we got Rusty Truck and Rich. I know they had a couple of lives this week. I listened to one, and I got to listen to part of the other, dozed off, finished it off a few hours later when I woke up in between naps or sleeps, however. But so yeah, I mean, if y'all can just don't mind dropping those links. Plenty more as well. I think I know Country Bro. I think you've been dropping a few. Hardcore MMA. Let's see here. What time? Oh, so yeah, Hardcore MMA. I think has got a live, or it may be going on now. So yeah, if y'all check that out, because it's supposed to have some pretty good information tonight, from my understanding. And there again, this isn't into any one in particular person or so, but I've heard through the grapevine through several people that people think that I need to get off the drama and just start doing comedy and all that, and that that's all our channel is drama, 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 and that's why a lot of people don't watch us. Here's the thing, folks. Life isn't always funny. It's not always shits and giggles. Be nice if it was. Sometimes we see in life, especially these past few years, a lot of serious and stuff that shouldn't be going on, like Johnny. Now, even if, say, I was to be quiet and several other people would be quiet, people think, well, they would stop. That's been tried before. That doesn't work. So, why not take a stand? That's what I started my channel doing. That's what I've continued to do for, well, I guess, a year and a half. I've never flip-flopped. My channel has always stayed the same, doing the same, going against the same people. Not everyone in all these communities can say that. Not only have I went against those against our community, I've even spoke up against people in our community that I've seen doing wrong before. I don't keep my mouth shut just because I think I'm going to lose a few subs or views. Hell, I've lost several subs and several views because of what I've spoke on. I'm not that type person. I don't have a filter. I'd much rather deal with somebody that doesn't have a filter and speaks the straight up truth and calls somebody out. So if that offends you, then I'm sorry. But you have to come to realization that there's other shit other than comedy all the time. Life's not a joke. So I'm sorry if it offends you, but I'm going to continue doing what I do, standing up for those that I believe in until they throw the dirt on me. There's a little thing about integrity, and I'm not going to bend it just for clicks and views. All those out there that stayed with me tonight, I greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all. For all those that watch after on the replay, same thing. For all those that want to continue hating, that's fine. That's your right. But for all those that are going to disrespect those in my community or those people that I care about, like Johnny has and continue doing, don't think I will not be putting my knee in your neck until they put me 6 feet under. And with that said, I love all y'all. Till next time, I'll see you then.